Hello boys and girls, so this video is like an unofficial sequel to my previous video where I explained why Dead by Daylight is dying. If you haven't seen that video, you don't have to watch it, but I do recommend watching it because it's very informative. Anyway, this video is going to be about me and my story with Dead by Daylight because I have a very interesting relationship with this game. I used to play it every single day. But now I haven't played it in a week, and even a week ago I forced myself to play it. I don't really enjoy this game anymore, and no, I'm not bored of Dead by Daylight. That's the most interesting part. I still want to enjoy this game like I always did, but I can't. So let's start from the beginning. But first of all, my goal is to reach 1000 subscribers sometime this year, so make sure you are subscribed and I will personally deliver my 6.5 inches cock to your door. Thank you very much. In 2018, I decided to find some new video games to play because until then all I played was this ultra realistic looking game called Growtopia. Oh yeah, look at this character, so sexy. Anyway, the first game I found that really interested me has to be PUBG. I was like, oh, let's play this amazing game. And then I look at the price, $29.99, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then I thought, what genre is my favorite one besides hentai? And I thought that I really like hide and seek, and I found Dead by Daylight, and I really thought that Dead by Daylight is a hide and seek game. And then I looked at the price, and Dead by Daylight wasn't really cheap, you know what I mean? I had like zero money in my pocket. I didn't even have a bank account. Then I decided to go sneaky mode, and you know how my mom had left her credit card on the shelf? Well, I decided to steal it and buy PUBG and Dead by Daylight. It's totally not my fault, it's my parents' fault. Yeah, totally. Soon after purchasing those games, I got caught by my mom, and yeah, it wasn't so great. But the point is that back in June of 2018, I made one of the best decisions in my life, and I purchased Dead by Daylight, the game that would give me around 2000 hours of enjoyment and total torture. Oh, also, I forgot to mention that for my mom's money, I bought Doctor's DLC before I played Dead by Daylight, so that's a funny thing. But for around 200 hours, I didn't even know how to play Dead by Daylight. As a survivor, I would go inside of the locker and I would stand there for the whole match hoping for the killer not to find me. And that was how I played Dead by Daylight for 200 hours. After playing Dead by Daylight for around 300 hours, I started to learn basic gameplay mechanics, and I realized that I truly enjoy Dead by Daylight. And I started playing it every single day. I remember the biggest frustration back in the day was loading screens. I just couldn't stand those loading screens. I remember during loading screens, I would listen to Justin Bieber's I Know You Love Me, I Know You Care, You Shout Whenever, and I'll Be There. You are my love, you are my heart, and we will never ever ever be apart. So, as I started investing more hours into Dead by Daylight, this game became my favorite game. And when I reached 1000 hours, this game was so good in my opinion. I was constantly thinking about Dead by Daylight. When I would go to school, I would think about Dead by Daylight. I didn't even want to think about any friends. I was lonely, I didn't have any friends, and I was happy because this was the game that could satisfy me at any given moment. I would come back home from school and I would play Dead by Daylight. I was so passionate about this game that I created my whole YouTube channel, and it was not for me to get money or views. It was all because I seriously enjoyed the game. This is the game that has made me fall in love with movies. Before Dead by Daylight, I didn't enjoy watching movies, I didn't enjoy watching any TV series, but because I was enjoying Dead by Daylight so much, I decided to watch Halloween, which had Michael Myers, and it surely became one of my favorite horror films of all time. And after that I watched a bunch of other horror films. Some of them are not even related to Dead by Daylight, but I watched them because Dead by Daylight as a game made me fall in love with horror. And even though right now I don't really enjoy Dead by Daylight that much, and I will talk about it in a minute, but horror as a whole genre still interests me very much, and I'm really thankful to this game for introducing me to this whole horror universe. If not Dead by Daylight developers, the game wouldn't exist, so I'm really thankful for what they have done. But the reason why I don't enjoy the game anymore is because of the stupid decisions that the same developers that were geniuses when they created Dead by Daylight, they are making stupid decisions. Probably the most stupid decision these developers have ever made was introducing a skill-based matchmaking system to Dead by Daylight, and I talk about this in every single video of mine, and it's because I'm frustrated with this thing so much. It just kills enjoyment, you know? When Dead by Daylight came out, it was a casual game that friends played like a party time game, and it was extremely fun. It was made to be fun to play, and it was really fun for a long time. But right now developers decided, fuck it, and let's introduce a skill-based matchmaking system which would make sure to connect you with other try-hard players that are trying to win their games, and it means that you will lose every single game if you are playing it for fun. You have to try your best, try your hardest, which is not fun, which is not what casual games are about. I remember the good old days when skill-based matchmaking wasn't in Dead by Daylight, and I would lose a game or I would lose 2 games. I would still smile and play another game because I would never know what awaits me. I would never know if players in my next match are tryhards or newcomers. It would always be interesting. But right now I know that every single game I will get to play against tryhard players, and I either lose but I have fun, or I win the game but I don't have fun, which is frustrating either way. There's no point anymore in playing this game to have fun, because it's no more fun, you know what I mean? And I don't understand who told developers of Dead by Daylight to implement a skill-based matchmaking system into their casual game. Games like CSGO or Valorant, they need skill-based matchmaking systems because they are competitive games. People win thousands of dollars by playing those games. Dead by Daylight is not like that. It doesn't need a skill-based matchmaking system, but you can say whatever you want to developers. You can even try to boycott the game. Developers won't listen to you. We already tried everything. Even the biggest Dead by Daylight streamers had joined boycotting Dead by Daylight, but it didn't help to improve the game. The skill-based matchmaking system is still in the game, and I do not think that these brainless developers will ever remove the skill-based matchmaking system. So skill-based matchmaking has to be the thing that ruins this game for me the most, but I see many people quitting the game completely for like years, and they are making YouTube videos why I quit Dead by Daylight. They actually inspired me to make this video, and most of them are saying that Dead by Daylight became boring after thousands of hours spent inside of the game. And I completely agree, because let's see, this game is on its 6th year, okay? And in 6 years we haven't seen any extra game modes. We've been playing the same old game mode for almost 6 years. And look at other games, for example Apex Legends. It has another game mode. Even PUBG has another game mode, but Dead by Daylight, it will never add a new game mode, or it will add, but it will be too late. And it's again because developers, they for some reason don't listen to their players. And I have a reason. I know why developers don't listen to players. It's because of the lack of competition. Developers are so lazy, so they can do whatever they want. They can sleep all day long without adding any new content because Dead by Daylight doesn't have any competition. That's why people are moving to games like VHS from Dead by Daylight. I see so many streamers playing VHS, and that game is not even looking really good, but I will be playing VHS, and it's because we need competition. We need to show developers that Dead by Daylight needs some work to be done with the game for it to keep growing. Anyway, that's my opinion on Dead by Daylight. I'm not saying that I will quit this game forever. No, I'm happy that I put so much time inside of the game. I got my enjoyment out of it. I put a bunch of money into the game, and I still believe that it all will pay off one day. But I'm very sad when I look into the future for the game, because in the hands of these developers, this game, it can either be the best or the worst, and in my opinion, it will become the worst. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you enjoy my video, like this video, would help me a lot, and see you later.